Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Is iKeysRacing Marco speaking from Monza, again today with a lot of nostalgia, or nostalgia if I pronounce it correctly from an Anglo-Saxon point of view. In the year 2000 came on the market this, to me, beautiful game that has been a good company for a lot of time back when I was a student and I used to play video games instead of studying, but this is another matter. Anyway, the TOCA World Touring Cars was the third episode of the TOCA series by Codemasters. Yes, the same software house that nowadays produces Formula 1 official games for the FIA, and they were quite good on producing the TOCA series, because back in the mid-90s was very famous, if I can say so, the fact of attending touring cars battle each other on my beloved Autodromo Nazionale di Monza, at Silverstone, at Brands Hatch. I mean, it was a movement that, despite having Formula 1 very famous and very well fight between Schumacher, Hakkinen, Montoya, at the end people did like viewing normal saloon cars available for a purchase also, if you were in the process of looking for what was a possible change of your car. And you had the likes of, I don't know, the Ford Mondeo, the Alfa Romeo 159, the Honda Accord, the Volvo S40. I mean, there were many national categories and many official car producers that were there. They absolutely loved the idea of having a confrontation with the same set of rules to try to basically win, to demonstrate that their products were superior to the others. So this game comes exactly in the year 2000 at its third episode of the series, after TOCA and TOCA 2, that anyway I will show you on my channel sooner or later. But this one, at least to me, was the first really with a sort of international breath, because if you go for a championship, and we will start together this hands-on theme, having a new game regarding the championship, the starting point was already defined by a sort of a continental region. So you had the European Championship, the Pan American in the South America territory, and the Asian Pacific. So it was really a sort of world divided by 3/3. So being European, if you don't mind, I would stay with the European Championship, then we can step by step also try to win the Pan American and the Asian Pacific, just because at least as Europeans we can start to appreciate many car makers of our continent, if you like, and then go to try to conquer also the other two. Anyway, let's go with the European and continue. We have also, yes, to choose a name, and if you don't mind I will be very quick with I know right iKeysRacing. Yes, let's continue. And so now we have to choose a car maker, and this TOCA episode was the last one before the arrival of the TOCA race driver theme. So I would like to play together with you all of them, just choosing randomly where to start. And the first thing we can do here is nothing, meaning, as you can see, you have to start from the national American, SNC, the British, the German, the Mediterranean, that is the Italian one, and Spanish more or less, the Japanese and the Australian. Try to win the national category, go to the European one, then to the World Touring Championship, but also you can anyway choose to play all the nationals before going to the internationals, if you like. I mean, it's an open discussion and an open choice. If you want to drop a comment below the video, do it. You are more than welcome. And maybe if you want to participate more or less, let's say almost directly, it's a pleasure for me to absolutely follow your suggestion. But if you don't mind, I feel a lot of contact huge link with Monza, so I would like to start Mediterranean one. And you have some offers. In this case, you have just, well, I have just, they know me, so they just proposed to me a Fiat Marea. Honestly, I do not remember if was a proper car used in the Italian Touring National Championship, if we can call it this way. Just leaving the PlayStation 3 simulating the software of the PlayStation 1. So despite knowing me, they propose a Mediterranean, France, Italian and Spanish competition with a Fiat Marea, or the British one, maybe the most famous in Europe, with the Vauxhall that in Europe is known as Opel. And what else? The German one with an Opel Vectra. And let's try the Italian one. Come on, sorry, please forgive me, I'm Italian, mafia, pizza, mandolino, I know, please let me be a bit pride of my country. And I want to do the test drive, yes. So let's see what happens. I've set the joypad to use the analog sticks for acceleration, braking, turning, and obviously the buttons for the gear change. Let's go to see the setup all together. So suspensions, they are in a sort of mid position, front and rear, okay. Let's see the anti-roll bars, mid position, understood. Tires, slicks, intermediates or wets. Ah yes, because I didn't say at the beginning that you have also variable conditions. Well, I do remember just, let's say, straight race, wet, dry, or an average between the two. I don't remember if there was a sort of variable condition. I just remember what was the straight wet race or dry race or an average version of the two. Anyway, there was the possibility for this game to have pit stops to change tires during the race. As you can see, the only thing I did is from the default is just going to more decent space, more let's say balanced space between all the gears. As a general, we have what are the downforce. Okay, so the brake bias is on the front, also because it's a front wheel drive. Let's keep it, let's try the car. It's really, it's 20 years, more than 20 years that I don't race this game. You have also a beautiful view from the cockpit. And we are on the French Grand Prix, French track, sorry, of Dijon, where there was in these corners the duel between René Arnoux and Gilles Villeneuve-Fowler. The handling is worse than I remember. Okay, just a bit of practice. Sorry, it's 20 years I don't play this game. I haven't checked what is the minimum lap time to score. As you can see, the sense of speed is maybe a bit better outside or from the roof. I'm sorry for the miles per hour, and maybe I'm not getting the right time to pass the exam. Yes, I think they will fire me before even having hired me. Also, the PlayStation 1 knows I am too slow. Okay, let's just do a thing. So let's retry the test drive. Yes, maybe we can reduce a bit the overall setup of the car and make it more rigid, more stiff, just to be sure to, as they did in the super trucks racing, a sort of go-kart. So let's change into hard. Have improved incredibly. Anyway, let's wait and see what comes up. Congratulations, you have passed the test drive. Thank you. Okay, so we can maybe think about first of all saving. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so now maybe we can think to choose this team, because we have passed for this team, and if you want to pass to another championship, you have to do the test drive here to be hired. Anyway, let's go with the Mediterranean, with this beautiful Fiat Marea that was a family car, but for what I see in the game, maybe has been used more than I remember, and at least 3 times on the podium. So let's try it. So we have Dijon, Monza, Catalonia, Barcelona, again Monza, against Dijon, again Dijon, Renoir, and again Catalonia between June, July and August. So a short mini championship with 3 tracks available. Let's go to the grid. Yes, another thing was you could make practice, but you didn't have a proper qualification. So randomly you are put on the starting grid.
Welcome to the Mediterranean Championship and the first race of the series here at Dijon.
This is not good. They quite break in front of you. But like in super trucks racing and in Colin McRae and in total immersion racing, you can almost brake in the middle of the corner. considering how tight was usually the ranking after a few laps, I must admit this one has more space between the contenders. Not bad the radio communication and the commentary. This is not good because I must arrive third at least. And I've lost the momentum, so more than third I am starting to be considered by the team as a third, maybe. Sorry for the French word. Okay, so first race gone without a decent
Here's
result.
a chance to look at the best action again.
We can jump the replay.
Here is today's result. Today's winner was Alessandro Tecci. In second place, in the Renault Laguna, Mama Letizzi. In third, for the Shockwave Shocks team, Lionel Maney. In fourth, we have the new Sprint Autosport driver.
Okay, the commentary must be finished.
There's really not too much you can read into the championship table at this stage.
26 minutes of recording, but will be cut down to, at this moment, maybe 20 minutes, because the first not passed test will be cut. I mean, I will show that I'm really a lemon to approach this game 20 years after my last play, but I will anyway keep you updated on my low level of driving. So kept everything nice, the anti-roll bar same. So this is the, I like it. At least it saves the general level of setup, and maybe we can change the ratios for Monza. Done. Let's go to the grid without practicing. Come on, it's this time we start 7th out of 12 cars, and at least one of the Shockwave Shocks racing team with the Renault Laguna is not before me. Yes, 9th and 3rd. Okay, let's go to race.
The series continues here in Monza. And the cars are all lined up on the grid as we wait for the light.
And this is the old Monza, so the double chicane, the rear chicane. It's not a laser scanned track, so just resembles the original Monza, but anyway. There was the second of last almost flat out. No.
That wasn't your fault. It looked la Sylvain Mamori.
I was thinking at least at Monza will score a podium, but at this stage I risk to be out of top 5. Yes, it's definitely not a laser scanned Monza track, but I mean, it's a game, it's not a simulator. Thank you to the Opel Vectra. Pirate that played a trick on me and have been so silly to... Okay, there's something going on. Okay, mechanics part of the car are okay. So it's time to dive bomb with anybody. So it's not really a spotter, but at least you have someone helping you with the voice to tell you when it's time to defend or not. Two cars outside after a clash. Remember that the second of last was not full throttle.
You okay in there?
My silly mistake, because expecting to find out a proper Monza track, I'm approaching corners for what I remember they were. But apart from cornering in the right moment with expected corners, I must also learn how they are made, and previously I've not approached the parabolic in the right way because it was crashing. Last lap.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap. Look out, the car behind is catching you.
Slow car in front. What a lemon, guys! Position number 8 in my home soil. Okay, for what I get, the trick would be to avoid to lose time at the start. So
Let's take a look at the result.
not being,
Let's take a
sorry if I go very quickly, just to save a bit of time of video recording. So be very quick at the beginning and avoid contacts, avoid to lose time with the contenders, and just concentrate to have a clean racing line, and then possibly go on with a cruising race track. Let's learn
The third race
also
of the championship is here at Catalunya. And the cars are all lined up on the grid as we wait for the light.
let's learn also this track, and then the second part of the season maybe will be a bit better. We started 10, now 11th.
That wasn't your fault. It looked Olivier had.
They are quite aggressive, I must say. I didn't remember a so difficult approach to the race. At least the second part of the championship will be a bit better, I think. At least I know the tracks.
Matizzi is still in the lead.
Okay, also the last corner can be taken flat out. And will be also a longer race, 6 laps. So maybe we will have the opportunity.
Cars are starting to come in for their stops now.
Ah, because there is the mandatory pit stop, okay. I will need more a mind stop more than a pit stop. the time to go to the pit.
That engine is getting worse.
Let's see if they can repair
Keep your
something.
speed down and look for the pit crew.
Let's see what happens. It's new also for me, this thing, and you just have the visual from the cockpit. Then we will go head down like a crazy cow. Sounds more a party with a football team than a pit stop screaming crew. Okay, maybe the brake bias must be put a bit in the back, just to avoid to block tires at
There's no change at the front.
every braking zone. Okay, I would say that given the Fiat Marea here last, maybe I've not chosen the best car. But I know is a lot up to me.
Sylvain Mamouri has moved into the lead.
Okay, not flat out, sorry. Is fifth gear also the last corner. And you can see on the map, in the bottom left corner, that the leader, or the rival, I don't know, is
3 laps to go. Repeat, 3 laps to go.
half the circuit far from me. Ah, now I have understood. The 100 meters signal on the left has been destroyed at the beginning of the race by the driver that went out. So I was looking to keep in my mind the last signal to start to brake, but was too late, 50 meters.
There's no change at the front.
Yes, as long as you brake a bit earlier, then you can approach the corner at full speed, full throttle.
Lionel Maney has a big lead now.
Because the real slow part of the corner is the first one. This, then you can full throttle. Yes. Because as you can see, the track not being laser scanned, is just a sort of segmentation combined together, like the steering wheel. This is the same
2
method
laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
they have used to create corners.
Race leader is still Lionel Bainey. Gianni Pieri is ahead. Try and catch him.
I don't know if the meaning of my engineer to catch the front runner. Anyway. Yes, the point of view from the cockpit is, I mean, well made for a thing old 21 years. Last lap, finally, luckily.
Final lap. Repeat, this is the final lap.
But I must admit it's more difficult to play an old arcade game than a modern simulator. Good old trick to jump into the grass. Lewis Hamilton move, and we are top 10. If it wasn't for the repairs, I would have been 8th, maybe 7th, not more. What a disaster. What a tremendous disaster. So after this race, we will see the situation, but 3 races gone, minimum of 3 podiums as a target for the
Let's
current.
look back now at the race highlight.
Okay, it was more than a destruction derby than a race, as always happened with me.
How the race finished.
So
Let's take
go.
a look at the Drivers' Championship.
So we are quite.
Opening up a big lead at the top of the table at this stage is Mamalatizi.
Anyway, yes, I
Just
would say.
behind, in second place, we have Alessandro Tecci.
Okay, we can jump the commentary and let's say cover myself under a tone of shame. I will save the episode here. We are around 53 minutes. It's a bit more than I was planning. But anyway, the next episode will be raced very soon to conclude at least the first championship. And I must say that for what I remember compared to TOCA number 2, the second episode, to be honest, this, how to call it, this physics engine is more arcade, but not precise as it was TOCA 2, that also created the excitement about the TOCA series, because it was very drivable in a fine way, refined way, but no problem. So thank you very much for watching this disaster. See you very soon in the next episode, and as always, stay home, stay safe, stay racing. From Marco, from Monza, bye bye, ciao.